This game's really fascinating. French's Henry. Oh, Henry, haven't seen you for a while. Good morning, Citizen Pash. He asked. Good morning. Citizen Pash asked to see you urgently. He must know. That remains to be seen. Lead the way. Wants to know about his daughter a bit.
Danton, you traitor! How could you?
Hello.
Ah, we already arrested.
Fidel, thank you for coming at such a short notice. Danton betrayed me. Danton, we used to be allies. I asked for his help, but he never came. You did.
We are friends, Jean.
I must destroy him. Make him pay. We must.
What have you got to help me destroy him? Maybe I can destroy you both if I play this right. How did he get here? Bit of humility. He's in a bad spot. He might appreciate that. What proof does he have of Danton's misdeeds? We need a bit of manipulation. Where is the proof? Again, manipulation. Actually, maybe humility. You can trust me. So that's the only one that was wrong. Where is the proof? Maybe aggressive. Try and get him on side.
I don't understand. What did they accuse you of? You, of all people, when everyone knows that Paris blooms under your direction.
Apparently, I betrayed France. I am not a saint, I know, but treason? And who is accusing me? That political whore, Danton? I do not know for sure, but I can feel that he was involved in those accusations.
Oh, he was involved. But so was I.
If Danton made this attack, he must have fabricated evidence against you.
It's a really
We
interesting
need to have
art style
something to
they've
fight
gone
back.
with.
What proof of his misdeeds do you have?
I kind of like it. It's
I
very
cannot
different.
do it anymore. I no longer have the strength to fight it. The whole revolution, the never-ending plots, it is impossible for me to trust anyone. Except you. I do not understand anything anymore.
Let's try and be
Wake up,
aggressive.
Jean. There is no time for hesitation or melancholy. If I'm supposed to make a counterattack on Danton, I need to have something I
Yeah, I
can
feel
use.
like that's right.
Let me help you and tell me where to look for it.
Went up a little.
Nobody will openly object
This'll at
to
least get it
Danton,
above doubtful.
knowing that he can fabricate evidence of treason. They are scared. I, however, am willing to stick my neck out because I believe in the long-term benefits of our friendship. That alone should convince you.
Really?
Intrigued.
You will help me. I did something horrible in the past.
Ah.
Someone forced me to do it, and now I am filled with regrets. I will owe you an enormous debt.
Maybe we could have him as a
All
silent ally.
proof against Danton is hidden in a safe in my office. Ask my assistant for the key.
Thank you, Posh. I know what to do with it.
Maybe we will keep the mayor as a secret
No.
ally.
Thank you. I misjudged you, Fidel. You are a true friend.
Of course, Jean. Of course.
Problem is, yeah, we're better off turning. If we have to choose, we should get rid of Danton because Robespierre, the head of the revolution, doesn't like him. They're directly rivaled. The mayor's not as big a deal. There's a notebook. My reputation's definitely gone down. Not wearing gold anymore, am I? It's a shame. Case file. Filed by Nathan Diesville. Isiraf. Slander and inciting a mob. Okay. Before you stands Fabrice. Oi! No claw in it things, cat. Before the court stands Fabrice Serdin. I cannot do French names, I swear. Accused of inciting a riot at the market Rue Cleur. Okay. Defended as an 18-year-old tailor apprentice who has been working for Morel Garou, the former personal tailor of Baron de Roncer. Due to the situation that arose as a result of the defendant's actions, Sergeant Charles Laval, a member of the National Guard, was beaten Oh. Cerdin himself took part in the riot. He was caught red-handed. Peculiarly, he was dressed as a woman. That is interesting. The most incriminating testimony came from Sylvie Martin, a greengrocer. She had been forcefully removed from the battered Sergeant LeVay, as did other rioters, who, to our surprise, were mostly women. So mostly women assaulted this guy. Martin testified that the tailor's apprentice was wandering between the stands, shouting in a dramatic manner. Sergeant LeVay tried to rape him. Okay. And that his superiors had refused to carry out justice for the crime. Why is... What? I am getting a little confused with this one. In gesture of solidarity, Sylvie Martin and the other women present at the market attacked Sergeant Levan, who was carried on foot to the patrol nearby. The soldiers were so surprised by the female assault, they were soon disarmed and beaten. It is said that Cerdin also took an active part in the maltreatment of the guard. To be precise, he was kicked in the crotch. Oh, that sounds horrid. It may sound like a trivial matter, but the victim suffered severe injuries. I bet he get kicked enough times that it may not work again. National Guard, along with a number of deputies, demand capital punishment for the person responsible for inciting a riot. Okay. Pervert running around in woman's clothing. I mean, yeah, that's weird. I must admit, we do not see individuals here often. See such individuals. Well, I am certain. Fabrice Cerdin, Monsieur le Judge. Are you certain? Yes, Fabrice. Fabrice, an absolutely normal guy. Tailor's apprentice. I mean, that dress was only a joke. About the one you're wearing now. The defendant is accused of rousing a mob and attacking a warrant officer of the National Guard and taking part in the assault. Does he consider that a joke? I didn't assault anybody. Then who was running through the market yelling Sergeant Laval is a rapist? Hang on. Defendant. I'm actually confused. Is this a man or a woman? Because there was a man wearing a dress, and I'm confused now. Fabrice Cerdin. Cerdin. It doesn't use he. It doesn't use she either. I'm really confused by it. Martin testified. Tried to rape him. So this is a man. Why are you in a dress? I don't understand. Alright, let's ask you some questions, because I have some serious questions. Yeah, why are you disguised as a woman? Seriously, you need to tell me this. Was the dress, which the accused is still wearing, supposed to help? I really didn't care for any writing. I just wanted to make fun of Martin and her friends. I was just messing around. Because you're allowed to quote the accused, messing around, a human being has suffered. How am I to blame for the battering of a dishonest soldier? Why are you still wearing the dress though? You didn't answer my damn question. Was the defendant walking through the market as Rousseau in a dress? I felt like eating onion soup, so I went shopping. In a dress. It was a disguise. The old merchants let them die of leprosy. Won't sell me anything otherwise. That fat cow Sylvie Martin tore her dress apart and then smeared us along with the whole Rousseau, saying it was our fault. They spoiled our business. Martin and all those stupid market hags who believed her. Why would they not serve you? Because we started peddling the idea of eating their vegetables would cause hair to grow. Okay, so it's a business dispute. You were slandering each other. Sounds to me like, you know, I won't say you didn't have justification for what you did. But okay. So, Inciting a riot? Seriously? Seriously? Why am I so bad at this? Witnesses. Ah. I should use some influence, but call in the witnesses, Sylvie Martin. Yeah, I'd like to talk to her. Oh, she's an ugly one. Please introduce yourself. Sylvie Martin. I'd like to remind the witness that her involvement in the case is not connected to her being accused of assault of Sergeant LeVay. The testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I know, I just want the swindler and provocateur. I just want this swindler, this provocateur, this filthy ladylike louse to receive a fair punishment. It's all his fault. How did the witness meet the accused surgeon? He sewed a dress for me, together with that blind scab Morel. I paid 30 francs for it, and the next day the dress comes apart at the seams. Never been so bad. Oh, so you didn't tear it apart. It just came apart. I understand the witness is not on friendly terms with either defendant or master. The witness seems to be claiming that they are swindlers. I am indeed a plague on such tailors. I've warned all my friends about their business, and I hope they'll soon pack it in, talentless charlatans. My master told you, the stupid co-woman, that we had to sew it bigger size or the stitches wouldn't hold. But no, you know better. Try eating less and your clothes won't split. Okay, so she does look like a slightly bigger woman, so maybe that is the case. Why would the witness believe... When did you recognize the defendant? I know that flea-bitten lackey the moment the guards knocked off the wig. This only proves how carefully the defendant had disguised himself. He must have prepared for this crime for some time. Did the witness not notice anything strange about this pretend woman before? Pretend woman. Look, sir, how young he is. No sign of mustache, and he wore a dress and a wig rouge. How could I recognize him? Fair enough. Very young men that don't have much testosterone could easily pass as women if they dressed up correctly. And at 18, a lot of boys aren't really men yet. Unless you're a warg like me. You just got a full beard. Merchant's testimony. Yeah, did you assault the guard? The defendant takes part in the assault of Sergeant LeVay. No, then again, what kind of attack was it anyway? Witnesses claim the accused kicked the sergeant a very delicate part of the body. The same body part which the sergeant is to have supposedly raped you. Bollocks, I was standing nearby and having a laugh, but I didn't kick him myself. Even if I wanted to, there's no chance to get him. The groans were all over him. It's not funny. I don't know why this guy thinks it's funny. I need to be very careful because I don't have... This is my last shot and I don't have enough influence to have another. False accusation. That was good. Was there a reason the defendant would want to incite a crowd against the sergeant? Revenge, perhaps? No way, he was our client, for heaven's sake. We made him his uniform. The same one he's been sitting in right now. As comfortable as if he were the Holy Roman Emperor himself. Witnesses claimed you kicked him in one of the more vulnerable parts of his body. I never kicked that twerp. When surely judge objection, the defendant should not use epithets when talking about a warrant officer of the National Guard. Do you tend to agree? Shut his mouth with a bat. The defendant needs to mind his words, so there is a conflict between the defendant and the victim. The conflict? That prick's never paid my master for his uniform. Helleval, since you're here, hand me over 300 francs, will you? It'll spare you the walk in the near future. That's slander, Monsieur le Judge. Slander my ass. Are you wearing a uniform or not? Who's going to pay for it? Nobody? I'm actually glad those ladies messed up your pretty face. You're currently on trial, so spare us any further presentations. You're not doing much for yourself. Damn it. I should have done motive. I don't have any influence left, so now I'm going to have to go against the jury again, which is going to be annoying, but I think he's guilty. Besides, he's a freak. We don't need people like that in the streets. So hang on. My family won't like that. The aristocrats will, though. As will the people. And they're the ones I need to impress the most right now. Well, the aristocrats anyway. Revolutionary, yeah, I do need them on side a bit more, but it's not dangerous yet. Fortunate about my family not liking this, though. How did the defendant confess to the crime? No, they refused to admit to the crime. Was the act counter-revolutionary in nature? I'd say so. He attacked a guard. What was the story behind Cerdin's costume? He had a quarrel with some merchants. What did Citizen Martin accuse the defendant of? Bungler and a swindler. I think. Pretty sure that's what he said. I sentenced Citizen Fabien Certain to the guillotine. Bravo! Let the heads roll. So it wasn't counter-revolutionary in nature, but close. Close. Sucks that the jury wasn't on my side, but okay. We were close. If we'd gotten one more question, I think we would have had the jury on side. Yeah, I think we'd better do a speech this time. Crime. Aggressive. Defendant. Manipulative. Revolution. Aggressive. Wow, the two aggressives are wrong. Okay, let's try and fix that. Manipulation. Future generations will remember that we were not cowards. And he says the same thing every time. Oh, that irritated him. Will you stand there and allow criminals to tell you what to do? Back up to doubtful. Revolution. Manipulation, please? Not worthy of freedom. Okay. Still doubtful, but at least it didn't stay in irritation. Went down by 1. That sucks. Come on, it was just a stupid joke. A joke. Yeah, well, how's this for a joke, you freak? That's a bit harsh, but you freak. He never really explained why he's still wearing the dress. I kind of understand the merchants didn't like him. He's young, he can pass for a woman. It's the only way they'll serve him. I kind of understand that, but why did he keep wearing it when he came to court? Oh, my oldest son really didn't like that. Really, really didn't like that. Yeah, let's work on this. Yeah. Need to get the older son on side a little bit more. Doesn't even get him above negative. Although the older son really like him, he does help. Oh no, it went down, so now he won't give me the bonus. Which means they stay in the negative. Oh, that's gonna suck. Well, we got rid of one of them. We discovered a new area. Hey, we discovered that area too, even though he was wounded. Hey, they got rid of him. Thank you, revolutionaries. So let's, before we do that, so... increase your influence over the district. Attitude friendly. I mean, it's already friendly. Attitude neutral. Perhaps we should go... no further there. So this guy should go over... oh, we can't go over there. Why not? Okay, he can go over there. He's taking over the section. I think he'll deal with him if he's there. I'm not sure. Well, we'll send him down there to explore. I guess we'll go down here and explore. Not ideal, but... Alright, so day 5. Meeting with Danton was a success. Arresting the mayor. We blackmailed her. Must be this guy. He's not actually doing anything, so I won't let him stay there. Well, you go explore there then, I guess. Then we've explored basically the whole city. Yeah, here we go. Reputation plus 10. Oh, hell yes. Common folk, aristocrats, revolutionaries. I like that. Patrice was able to escape the guards and sent a message to Marie Pache. She told her to rue Saint-Maur, the money compensator for the damages done to the relationship. We must intervene. Patrice turned out to be unreasonable. Instead of saving her life and running to the other side of Europe, she will remain in Paris, engaged in blackmail. She's extorting money from a person who she's supposed to love. The entire plan will collapse if she talks about her testimony. Go with the guards. I'm going to deal with this personally. Ah, crap.
Are you going to kill me now? Will you arrest me only because I was somebody's mistake? Because someone treated me like a possible source of income and nothing more? What does your heart tell you, Monsieur le Juge?
The juge.
Come, Marie. It will be like it never happened, I promise.
I'm glad I came. So I think if I just sent the guards, they would have shot her there. She just handed me a knife. Yeah, I feel like if I hadn't gone, that would have gone worse. Alright. Yeah, it's almost certain if I hadn't gone to that, guards would have just shot her on sight. However, I did have to spend my evening there, so... You sir, Danton never betrayed me, it was you. He did too. You were supposed to be friends, yes. Let us not waste any more time admitting to the accusations for treason are true, and your daughter shall be freed. I cannot promise the same for you. I attacked you because they told me to do it. That's irrelevant. You'll be tried like all other assassins. They will crucify me because of you, the person who promised me friendship and an alliance. They will surely remove you from office, but you will live. Marie will live too. But you keep barking and you will lose both your heads. Maybe, but you will pay first. The trial begins any minute, so you do not have much time left to think. This could go bad for me, depending what he says. So he is accused of treason and corruption. The accused, who will now stand before us, is John Nicolas Pache, the mayor of Paris, suspected of treason through cooperation with hostile powers. He was arrested following a written testimony of Patrice Caron, daughter of the local Cooper, but best known for her connection with the Rotten Muscadins. The girl admitted to being an Austrian spy and declared that she would obtain information from the defendant himself. Thanks to her knowledge, she was allegedly able to disrupt everyday lives of Parisians. In exchange for revealing her information to the city authorities, Caron was expelled from France under penalty of death should she return. The investigation, which I carried out together with prosecutor Tinville, indicates Citizen Pache was following the orders of Caron Austrian's employers, and the girl is responsible for the exchanging letters between the two. We were unable to find solid evidence for many of the mayor's suspicious actions, but one aspect of the investigation is clear. Delayed construction of Ponte la Revolution. Enemy forces wished to prevent it, as the structure was to unite France to become a symbol of rekindled revolutionary flame, to become a symbol to bring shame upon Robespierre. The plotters could also to bring shame upon Robespierre himself, as the originator and supporter of the undertaking. The evidence of this conspiracy was discovered in letters that were confiscated and searched at the defendant's office. All of them were signed with a D, and we have not been able to ascertain the identity of the mysterious person. I have. We reject the most popular suggestion that it is Danton, as it is common knowledge that he and Rossby are political allies, as well as friends. Okay, and that just, confirms what we already knew. Nothing new there. Bad reputations, not good. I want to check the defendant's personal details once again. My name is John Nicholas Pash. I am the Mayor of Paris. You've been accused of spying on behalf of Austria. Do you understand, Citizen Pash? Yes, I understand everything. You are not nervous. That is quite unusual for someone in your situation. I am awaiting a just trial. If you say so. I only get one? Jesus. Not so. How is it written? He's suspected. Let's go delay bridge construction. Seriously? Do you realize how much harm you did to the revolution? Yes, such was the intention of my secret employer. The bridge was supposed to connect two shores of Seine, where two areas inhabited by vastly different people were to meet halfway. Please spare me the propaganda, I know it by heart. Listen to your betters. You do not appear to regret your actions. Because I am not flagellating myself to the public, I do regret it. And what I am doing here now should be sufficient proof of that. But you want to silence me, the prosecutor chosen by the people? It has always been about dividing the French. That worked before and still continues to do so. Oh my god. Okay, so we can't screw up. I think symbol of unity to France would be a trap. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the trap. Rossphere. Were any citizens of France involved in the plan to compromise Rossphere? I do not know. Nobody informed me of such details. You must have heard something. I was taking money for treason, not to eavesdrop on my employers. Although knowing them was almost certainly an alternative path that involves a prominent citizen. The filthy rat. Is there evidence he was doing something against Rossphere? Could also hope, so there's no evidence. Which means it would be a motive. The enemies wish to discredit Rossphere. As far as I know, yes. He was a thorn in their side, effectively blocking their activity. They tried to bribe him many times. It comes from an Austrian rather than me. He's a modest man for a traitor. After the failed bribery attempts, the decision was made to make more brutal steps. I was supposed to help with this. I do not know. I was arrested before I had a chance to find out. Citizen Fidel is something you have to see. Ah, crap. What happened? We're mid-trial. What's this? What are you trying to show me? Someone's been hung. Who's it? Who's been taken out? Who is it?
Frederic.
Is that my son?
My son.
They killed his youngest son. What the fuck? What the fuck? For the sins of the father. Oh, Jesus. Things got very personal now. She's gonna hate me forever for that one. Uh-oh. What, and then we go straight back to the trial? You scumbag, my child. We heard about this tragedy. Is there anything we... All of you shut the hell up. Pash, why did you kill my boy? Why did you kill him? What am I even being accused of now? Killing my child. I was in the cell all this time, and we had a deal. I would not make any move against you, I swear. Who killed my son then? I never... Who is behind this? Tell me immediately or you go straight to the scaffold. Quiet, child killer. Oh, you can't even ask any questions. Ooh. People are aggressive. Death penalty. I can't believe they killed the youngest son. I thought they'd kill the older one. I thought something might happen to him, but they killed the younger one. That's messed up. Oh, the minor ones. A war invalid beggar was caught trying to persuade a little girl to go to a cellar with him, and then he tried to escape the guard and accidentally scared the yoke out of a cart. The beast damaged the street, damaging the vehicle. Death to him. Don't like pedophiles. The young wealthy merchant drove his cabaret into storefront. Several customers inside the shop were injured by slivers of glass. Culprit did not try to run away. He was drunk and he lost consciousness. Death. And Bruno Brosett. Hey, Wendell, what's going on? Broke into a house of Marquis de Rovere, tied his butler to a chair and beat him for a few hours in an effort to make him tell them where his master was hiding the gold. They realised they wouldn't talk. They took silver cutlery from the kitchen and ran. Death. Ah, that's alright. I'm going to start streaming at more regular times now that my sleep's a bit more regular. I'll be trying to set a schedule, probably tomorrow or something. I'll try and write one up. Will these act counter-revolutionary in nature? Well, yes, it was treason. Yeah, the last few streams have been a little all over the place, admittedly. With whom would the defendant share confidential information? With Danton, I believe. Did the defendant reveal the identity of the person calling themselves a D? He did not, nor did he confirm my suspicions. Yeah, it was like, I done the last few in the late at night, like afternoons for me, but I prefer doing them in the morning. That's what happens to traitors. I kept my part of the deal, now keep yours. Show me you're a man of honor. I am not. 2 out of 3, good job. At least the jury was on my side. Yeah, I'll be trying to stream D&D, nice. Let's speak to the common folk. Crime, be aggressive. Defendant, manipulative, revolution, humility. Wow, that was basically all wrong. Holy shit. Okay. Crime, manipulative? That worked. We know this one's manipulative. Revolution. Be aggressive. That works. Crowd satisfied. Reputation +4. People love me. Now off with the mayor's head. I am not a murderer. Off you go. Probably not the smartest decision politically. I should have acquitted him and kept him as an ally, but at the same time, we think he killed our son. Where is Bernard? Hiding somewhere. I don't know what to... Why would you even open your mouth? It was your fault. You gambled with our lives. I tried to save you. Did you really know? Because I can't see anything beyond destruction. I haven't for a long time. Well, I'm sorry. You want the revolution to cut our heads off? We need to stay together. We must... I have to take care of our remaining son. He can't understand why someone wanted his brother dead, though he needs to understand it. How have you been? Yeah, the fires have calmed down quite a bit now that, what do you call it? Now that we've actually had some rain around the country and stuff. They are still burning, I believe, in a few areas, and it's meant to be hot again for the next couple days, so they might flare up again, but at the moment it's calmed down. I've been alright. Oof. Somehow my wife's still really happy, even though I got a... Oh, there you go. The sun died. Straight down. Family's not happy. Yeah, it's been pretty good recently. There's no guarantee it'll flare up. Like, the next few days aren't meant to be super hot like it was. But they will be, you know, warmer. Inspection is in progress. Pash is dead. Didn't move me up in the world at all. Oh no, Australia's not clear. We've got, I think, 5 cases in Australia now. It's in Sydney and I believe it's in Melbourne. So our 2 biggest cities both have cases, and because of what they're saying about it, it's probably going to spread to a lot of people, since it's airborne. Increase our influence over that district. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It got here. It's all through Europe too. I think as of this morning it's in Germany and it's in a few other places. That virus is not good. Send him there to help fight and they'll get rid of one of the others and that should clear my district. Not much I can do about the enemy diplomat though. Yeah, it's in Europe. Hey people, good to see that some of you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this content, there should be much more like it on my channel. Feel free to subscribe to see some more. Check out some of my links in the description. I stream on Twitch 3-4 days a week. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll put some links for some other videos on the screen that you can enjoy now. See you all in the next one, I hope.